This is the male Hogan. Actually, it says the fork stick Hogan, called the conical Hogan in English, and the male Hogan in Navajo is a common sight on the Navajo landscape during the 16 and 1700s, when the Navajos were a smaller tribe and had fewer sheep. As more sheep begat more sheep, Navajo families became larger, and they also began to accumulate more possessions. The Navajo families needed more and larger Hogans. In the transformation from the fork stick Hogan, which is the male Hogan, to the round Hogan, the female Hogan, a typical family would have a cluster of 5 female Hogans in a line and 1 male Hogan for ceremonies. During the months or weeks that the male Hogan was not being used for ceremonies, it would be used to shelter grain or bales of hay for the livestock. The fork stick Hogan was the most common dwelling until the introduction of sheep. With sheep came many changes. First of all, more children would live because their food source was right outside. The Hogan was warm in the winter and cool in the summer because it was so well insulated. So well insulated, in fact, that Navajos never cooked inside during the summer. Navajos also began farming so that they had plenty of dried fruit, grains, and corn. No more did the male Indians have to go out hunting for deer, rabbit, or turkeys in the winter time. With more sheep, the Navajos could afford more cooking utensils, more saddles. At the same time, what if half the flock freeze to death coming winter? The answer to a store value was silver. Americans, Mexicans, various pueblos, and the local Indian traders will all trade for silver. Hence, the Navajo people became famous for their silver jewelry. Navajo like turquoise. They prefer thick and heavy silver with their turquoise jewelry. The Hogan is such an integral part of the Navajo life that the logs which make up the Hogan cannot be used for anything else. Even if the Hogan gets old and a new one is to be erected, a Navajo cannot use the old logs if they were any part of the Hogan. So now let's look at some of these. And I don't know if you can see this. Everything's just faded to death. But let's go inside. And here is the male Hogan. Okay, let's quickly walk around because grandmother, look at this. My camera's starting to go. I think I've got 16%. No, look at the conical shape here. Notice it's nothing like that round one over there. That's a female. This is totally different. Look at that. See, it has that protrusion here, and then it has kind of like the flat look of it. And then let's go inside, make sure we're not skipping around on snakes here. And look at the entrance here. Kind of the same thing. Oh, and look, this one doesn't have the window walls. Okay, here we go. This is the male Hogan. Notice what it looks like. Look. Totally different than the female. Look, here you walk in. You know what this reminds me of? The Mandan. Kind of the Mandan thing. Now look at this. Oh my gosh, this is cool. This is a 50-gallon barrel, but you cut it and then you take it through, and that is your, here is where you have the smoke going out. Look at that. Totally different. And notice that conical shape. I mean, look. See how it goes up? And then you come around. Remember, you always go to the left. And look at this. How awesome. The structure is totally different. And so this is a male Hogan. And they had their ceremonies here. And this is a way, I guess it was a long time ago, in the beginning. And look at the entrance from here. And notice these are all facing east. People need to always remember that. And because we know in the east, the Holy Ones, or the Savior's going to return that way. Here's the door, and they're waiting for the return of Christ. And this is beautiful, a male Hogan. Thank you for letting Grandma take you here. This is beautiful. I'm so impressed. Thank you. Look at how different. Again, the floors. I told you about the floors. Women sweep this out, and they make sure it's a hard floor, not this dirt floor that they portray. And it's just, this is for show too. And whoever built this was absolutely wonderful. I'm glad to share these things with you. Again, this is the Male Hogan, okay? And look at this. Just absolutely lovely. Again, this is a quick view. I want you to see this, and this is the entrance. Male Hogan.